All right, Jackie.
I don't remember. Wait, cut.
Not the.
Oh, this is so hard.
All good?
All set.
Thanks.
So I'm asking you questions now.
Okay.
Now. So
What should I look at?
okay. What is one word that you think best describes Matt?
So one word for Matt is engaged.
Enthusiastic.
I've narrowed it down to a few.
I had to think about this, but weird.
For me, it would be resilience.
We've got fun because Matt makes everything fun.
Unpredictable.
I'd say Matt is a fun guy.
I describe Matt best as being passionate about what he does.
Positive vibes because that's what he brings to all of us.
Optimistic.
So caring.
I think the one word that describes him best is shoots.
I think the word that best describes Matt is lighthearted.
I would say chaotic.
Wonderful.
Pessimistic yet optimistic.
Supportive.
And expansion because there's no limit to his capacity.
I would describe Matt as being fun.
One word to describe Matt would be curious.
Fiery.
I would say brick.
Magnificent.
He's always fully present. He's always making sure students are happy, working, engaged. He's always here.
Because he lights up every room he walks into.
But in a good way weird. Cause like what grown man like walks around listening to, what's that song? My Shiny Teeth and Me, like on repeat.
He's like always doing games with us, and I just enjoy doing that with him. It's pretty fun.
Chaotic good.
Mostly because Matt bricks a lot of basketball shots and tennis serves, but also because Matt is just a solid person who is supportive of everybody.
Because he's optimistic. Just because he is just never wear shoes.
And what is your favorite memory with Matt?
He was giving me a tour to be supervisor and literally nothing was working or like everything was out of place. And so the tour was kind of like not useful and also he just got mad.
My favorite memory of Matt would have to be in the summertime. Every summer, he walks around barefoot and is constantly soaking wet from being in the pool so much. And every time I go to sit down in the shared office chair, I get soaked myself.
When over the summer I wasn't wearing shoes and he told me I need to be wearing shoes and I looked down and he wasn't wearing any shoes.
My favorite memory was the diving competitions we had over summer, and when Matt came in and did his dives, basically making all the water in the pool come out, you know.
So again, narrowed it down to two.
So I got to meet Zelda and Link this semester, and we were able to feed them goldfish and bananas, which was really fun.
My favorite memory with Matt was today when we decided that we are going to skate in the empty pool together in May.
Initially, I was thinking when he was working at the Bosley Fitness Center, which was like our golden era, but he helped coordinate very stealthily for the seniors to make a video to say goodbye and thank me, and then all the students ended up contributing to the video to like just share their love.
Favorite memory of Matt would have to be during COVID times. We hung out a lot outside of work to get out of the house. So we'd play tennis, go swimming, go to the beach, that kind of thing. And just talk during the day while we're working from home, trying to make our lives a little bit more enjoyable.
The other day, he wanted to show me a magic trick. So he showed me a magic trick because I love magic. And it was actually really good.
I would say my favorite memory is just getting to know him. When I used to work in the office a lot, we'd both be at our workstations and just catching up every shift.
Favorite memory is probably playing ping pong during winter break with him.
So interviewing Matt for his full-time position. So I've worked with Matt for a long time, ever since he was an undergrad student here. But my favorite memory is him interviewing for his current role because he was uncertain at the time. And I remember talking to him before the interview and after the interview, and I knew he would do really well, and he has done even better than we all hoped, and it's been really cool to see.
My favorite memories with Matt are during COVID when we would have weekly Zoom meetings and we would check in about work and life, and it was really something that I looked forward to in like a really dark time in life, and Matt just brought like a positive vibe to my life.
But then I decided what was even better than that was when Emma was taking swim lessons, and on the last day of lessons, you get to go off the diving board, but she was really afraid and she wasn't sure she wanted to do it. And Matt said, come on, I'll take you, and connected her to like the really cool instructor who went off the diving board with her. But I know it's because of Matt's influence that moment was possible.
My favorite memory with Matt was over the summer when I was teaching a swim lesson and he was chasing one of those plastic pool torpedoes around the pool. And the little kid I was teaching looks at me and goes, "Is that your boss?" And I started laughing and had to say yes. And literally in the same minute, Serena walks out and goes, Matt, you're 20 minutes late for a Zoom meeting.
I think my favorite memory is just absolutely dominating him in every campus rec activity ever. So yeah.
And what is something you love about Matt?
I think his ability to turn every single situation into a fun and entertaining situation is one of the things I love about him most.
I love that Matt is willing to talk about anything and everything. Like whenever any student needs him, he's always there for us. And yeah.
I feel like Matt's made this place like a home for me. Whenever I see him, he always asks me how my day is going or how I've been, and really helps me feel seen here. So.
I love his ability to multitask with this wonderful intent and purpose. He's so thoughtful about things, and he can do so many wonderful things at once.
The way he can just pick up on how everybody else is doing around him, and the way he can make everybody smile. You could be having a bad day and he'll be like, okay, let's go play basketball in the gym and get everybody's moods up.
I love that Matt is so caring towards everyone.
I love that Matt can kind of take any situation, whether it's like stressful or any situation, and kind of just like calm you down.
He has very positive energy and a positive attitude all the time.
Matt brings a positive environment to work. Positive attitude that makes a positive environment at work.
I love that Matt listens to Hawaiian and reggae music all the time.
His mindset.
I think that everybody has just had such positive things to say about him, and everybody adores him completely, and it takes a really special kind of person to have that impact on people.
Because he's just so open, and things that I might perceive as like a burden or like an extra thing and like how are we gonna make it happen, he's like always sees it as an opportunity to help someone.
He's really easygoing, and he gives us a lot of freedom to kind of do our own things and be creative on certain things like the marketing team.
One thing I love about Matt is how caring he is. He truly cares for our students and for USD.
When I am feeling resistance to something, I'm like, well, what would Matt do? You know, like how would he see this? And he has amazing team spirit. Like I can feel when he's here based on the culture that like he's evolving. And granted, no one does it alone, but he's a very impactful like core player, I think, in Campus Rec that is a unifier. He brings us all together.